The next thing we need to know is how to actually put things onto the next line. So if, for example, I type in x is equal to welcome to class, and I now type in x, it's going to come up as welcome to class all on one line. So what we're going to do is we're going to use /n. So I'm going to type it in exactly the same thing, but this time I'm going to say welcome /n to /n class. So if I type in x again, it's going to say exactly what I've typed in, which doesn't really do very much for us. But if, for example, I type in the word print and then I say print x, you'll now see it says welcome to class, and the /n tells the program that that is what I want on each different line. Of course, the little catch is if you want just the letter n on a line over here, you would have to type in n again, but you can work that out for yourselves. Now let's have a look at the T or the tab switch. So in order to do this, let's say, for example, x is equal to welcome, and I'm going to type \t, which creates a tab, and if I then type in 2 and I then say class, and if I now type in print x, you will notice something happens to this letter or the word 2. So there it is. So it says welcome, create a tab, and then what it's done is that 2, the T of that 2, has created another tab. It's pressed the O and T class, so it's created another tab, and then has the word class. So what we would actually need to do is we would need to type in x welcome, and this time I've put in a space T, although the previous time I didn't. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. And I'm now going to write the word 2, and then I'm going to write T class. So now if I type in print x, it's going to say welcome tab 2, the whole word, and then create another tab and then class, which is exactly what we wanted. We're going to look at the word in, and the word in is used to see whether something, a word or an integer or something along those lines, or a string, is within another word, string, variable, whatever. So as an example, we can say, is the word class in classes? And when I press enter, it says yes, it is. Class is in classes, so that has an output of true. So I can also type things like is 55 in some very long random number. There's my 55, and if I press enter, it comes in once again as true because there's the number 55 that it's looking for. Of course, if we type in 54 and we ask, is that in that number? And the message that comes to us tells us that the integer needed to be in quotation marks, and there was obviously a bit of an error. So if we retype that correctly, 54 in that same number, it comes in as false because 54 is not in that number.